I'm making Getting Over It into a Metroidvania, where you upgrade your umbrella to reach the moon. And my goal for this month is to get a Steam page up. But there's one problem. I'd been working on this game for less than 2 months at this point. Though it is recommended to get your store page up as soon as possible to get those precious wish lists. Is it ever too early for a Steam page? I guess we'll find out. So what does a Steam page need? Capsule art, for starters. I designed a logo to incorporate an umbrella and some crescent moons. And the art includes the player character, the dead sunflower, and the ominous moon at the top. Then I had to resize the art for a bunch of different places on the Steam store. Alright, next up, screenshots. They need to give the illusion of variety in what is essentially still a prototype. So far, I'd only made one of the areas, and even that looks a little too basic right now. So I need to work quick smart to pump out some different areas. I'm happy with the silhouette aesthetic and the character design, but the terrain is literally just rectangles right now. I need to add some texture to the silhouettes, with some grass on the ground and jagged rocks for obstacles. I think I want to do more with the background in the future, but I ain't got time for that right now. Just wait for the sun to come up over the building, and that's the first screenshot. Now time to improve the cave areas. The lighting helps to disguise the fact that it's just a single color brown background, but I decided to put in a little more effort and made a shader that combines a large and small noise pattern to look like a rocky tunnel. I also added a jagged silhouette texture to the walls. And that'll be it for now. Alright, get a good pose of hooking onto the ledge, and that's screenshot number 2. At this point, I started filling out the other caves with the new textures, and figured I should showcase navigating a dark cave with your flashlight. And hey, that's screenshot number 3. How many do we need? 5? We're halfway there. But that's 2 brown cave screenshots. We need some more variety. What about, get this, a blue cave? Having different colors in your screenshots is a surprisingly effective way of giving the illusion of variety. It's also good for Metroidvanias anyway, so you have an idea of when you find a new area, or to help with recognition when you come back to it later. Get a pose of pogoing off the wall, and that's screenshot number 4. What other areas can I get screenshots in? The rainy area, that looks interesting. Screenshot number 5. And that's the minimum needed to release a page to get those juicy wish lists. But I felt like I wanted at least one more area to show some real variety. Something that wasn't just a cave. I think I'll have to style the abandoned building from the last devlog. I made a repeating brick pattern. Well, that is incredibly repetitive. What if I put a bunch of holes in the walls to show that it's abandoned? That's a little better. Maybe I'll add cracks to the bricks to show wear and tear. Still looks repetitive. I know, I can reuse the cave shader from earlier as an overlay and then soften it a bit. That looks better. Once again, wait for the sun, and that's the final screenshot. But screenshots can only show so much about the game. It really needs video, in the form of a trailer. You don't actually need a trailer to get your store page up, but this isn't the type of game that will be sold on pretty screenshots. After capturing some footage and getting Oscar to make some music, I shared the first version of the trailer with some game dev friends. I included this clone shot to showcase that there's multiple ways to approach platforming challenges. But this made multiple people think that there was multiplayer. I changed it to be more of a ghost effect, but that didn't stop the seed from entering their minds. Couch co-op would be so cool.
Scope creep detected.
Add multiplayer chat. You know you want to.
I'm telling you now, there is 0 chance I'm adding multiplayer to this game. Since I started making devlogs, I'd made a video every month for a year and a half. And it looked like I was going to keep up my streak, with a Steam page to go along with the next one. It was the Monday of the last week of the month, and I sent the Steam page off for review. Sure enough, a few days later, failure. Your store page has failed our review because the capsule images need a bit of improvement on the artwork. Jeez. The artwork doesn't fill the available space of the capsule. Oh, okay, there's too much black on the borders. Well, what do you want me to do? It's a silhouette game. If I move the terrain to only the edges, the logo will be off-center on the background. Oh, I know what to do. I'll just put a cave under the ground. Comparing the artwork before and after, I think they kinda had a point. And though I resubmitted for review as soon as I could, there wasn't enough time left in the month. My arbitrary deadline of monthly videos, the schedule had slipped. This is just the beginning. I'll never hit a deadline again! But delaying the video for the Steam page did end up being beneficial. It got over 100 wish lists in the first week. It took me 3 years to get a Steam page up for my first game, and this one took a little over 2 months. I guess I really have learned a lot. So to answer the question, is it ever too early to have a Steam page? Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. If it makes you want to click that wishlist button, then the answer is no. Also, subscribe if you want to keep up with the game's progress before release.